I know it's gonna be a bit off.
That works for me.
It's a little... Ugh. Well, that's just...
That's good.
Okay, let me get the... Face up. The mouse. Ah! Okay, so if I were to split this in half, what would it look like? That looks good. Okay. Now, is the audio on your... How is the audio on your...
It's coming through. It's on my headphones.
Oh, can we...
Mute it?
Well, I just wanted to see if we had audio.
We do have audio.
Okay. We've got audio. So now, I can go to the settings. Here, I'll mute that.
Should we change the thumbnail with something more interesting?
What should we change it to?
I don't know.
Here. Let me see if there's an option to... I don't think there is when we're live. Dang it.
Here. Let me take a picture
yeah.
of the tableau.
And just... Like, let me fan this out all fancy. See if that does something. This is not working out as well as I hoped it would. Here, sure, let's leave it like that.
Type it in portrait mode. Hang on, I gotta do it again.
Give me a second. Okay. Oh, you can try emailing it to me. Has it already sent?
It's already sent.
It's just taking a while. There it is. Okay.
We can just
probably
rotate
just...
it.
Yeah. Is there a function just in here to rotate it, or... I don't know how to, like, save as... Save as. Alright then. Change.
Should be in downloads.
Yep.
Well, bigger than 2 megs. Here.
Okay. Here, let me just put these back. They're a neat pile. That does not have a problem. Okay. Did you already save it as the thing?
Yeah.
Alright,
There we
and then let's hit
Are we live?
is it
Here, hit refresh on that. Is that
oh, change your save. There we go. Okay.
still says unlisted, so hit refresh.
Oh, I'm not used to you having 2 monitors.
There we go.
Alright. So now we just gotta wait for people.
Yep.
Which is the fun part. Here, let me. Forgot which way I'm supposed to turn it so that it'll do that. Oh, that is the wrong way. Okay. Oh, someone else is here. Hello.
Welcome to the live stream.
Can you hear us okay? Say something in chat. We're not officially started yet. We're technically supposed to start at 4 o'clock. This is more so a pre-stream. But welcome.
We're trying to work out the kinks. And they're gone.
And they're gone.
Hey, there's somebody.
Someone's here. Hi. Alright. I'm waiting to see if more people come in so we can justify
Andrew
starting
Y.
early.
Hello.
Hello, Andrew Y. and Royal Bits. And the other people watching with us.
Yeah, now we're getting more people coming in.
There
30
we
people.
go.
That's what we like
Hey.
to see.
Welcome.
Yeah.
You guys can hear us all right?
Is the mic working?
All right.
Oh, good.
So, as you all know, this is the Q&A where we color in some Jojo manga panels. I had a bit of difficulty getting manga panels in the first place because I figured, because all of Jojo, all the scans are on Mangadex, and Mangadex there was like a leak or something, and they had to go down for like all of like the past couple weeks. So I've only been able to get what Google Images find me. So I only got like 11. But we're going to make them count.
11 is going to last us, well, as long as there's one of Koichi.
There is one of Koichi. I tried to make sure the ones I were getting were actual, like, manga panels and not, like, black and white fan art that someone did. If they are fan art, you know, someone let me know and I will link to the artist. I do have one of Koichi.
Koichi.
And we've got...
And Reverb.
Oh, there's some ink smears. That's fun. And there's... We've got Speedwagon.
Speedwagon.
We've got... Whole cast of characters. And you guys can just start putting questions in the chat. We've got the chat open right in front of us, so we can see what your questions are. And we'll answer them all.
And color in Koichi.
Let's see. First question, we've got, what's your favorite stand? Who's your favorite character of all time?
Well, that's easy for me. It's Koichi. My favorite stand is the Sex Pistols. That's pretty obvious from watching the show. But Koichi is the best. Who's your favorite?
Giorno, probably.
Giorno? And what's your favorite stand?
I think I mentioned this in the video we did when I got my wisdom teeth out, that I don't know, but I think Walking Heart is one of them, definitely.
Yeah.
Least favorite character in stand.
Oh. Dio. Least favorite character. What stand would Dad give Koichi if he had to get another from the show? I like Koichi with his stand. I like Koichi because his stand is sentient and talks to him, and like they get along, and it's like his friend. And Koichi needs friends.
Yeah. What song would your stand be named after?
Well, it's obvious. Velvet Underground. I've been saying there needs to be a stand named Velvet Underground for a long time.
Yeah. It just seems like it fits in with the rest of the other stand names.
Yeah. Hey, someone's a big fan of my channel, or Up a Smells Hobby Train. I'm a big fan of you.
Someone said they just read your book and it's really good.
Which book did you read?
Yeah, because he's written a few. Let's see. Favorite JoJo part? We know yours is part 4. And mine's part 5, so. Favorite villain?
Ooh, favorite villain. I like, Bad Company.
Bad Company's a good stand.
But Bad Company, the villain himself, is not anything special. He just has a cool stand.
Yeah. Like, what's your favorite, like, main villain?
Favorite main villain? Probably, Kira. What's his name?
Yoshikage Kira.
Yoshikage Kira.
He's a great villain. I saw someone earlier mention, but someone said, as a writer, what would you do differently in JoJo?
Oh, have things make sense.
But then it's not a bizarre adventure.
That's true. If I were a writer in JoJo, I would... I don't know, because JoJo is like a singular thing. Like, you can't just put JoJo into a box. And I don't think the regular rules of writing apply to JoJo. Because JoJo is its own genre, kind of.
It's just its own thing.
If I were to apply the rules that I know of writing young adult science fiction novels to JoJo, it would not be JoJo.
Yeah.
So it's got to be its own thing.
It's weird and wild is wacky. Oh, there's one for me. Blinky, have you ever met someone associated with JoJo at maybe a convention or somewhere, like voice actors or someone? I don't, like, associated, like, no, I have not. I have not been to a convention.
Didn't you get some JoJo fan art at Comic-Con?
No, I've only been to Comic-Con once, and that was, like, years ago before I got into JoJo.
Oh.
That was an entirely different fan art I got. I've gotten, like, signatures from voice actor live streams, but, like, I've never met them, like, in person. So, let's see. Who's my favorite character? Who's your favorite Joe bro?
What's a Joe bro?
The main, like,
Entourage?
yeah, like, the side character. Usually, like, for Jonathan, it would be Speedwagon. For Joseph, it's Caesar. But just the main Joe bro that hangs out with them.
Well, obviously Koichi, but I got a kick out of Kakuin.
Kakuin was good. I think I'd probably also say Kakuin, and then I don't know. I am really indecisive about a lot of JoJo stuff. Have you ever given your dad out of context spoilers? My brothers have accidentally spoiled some JoJo deaths. Accidentally, like, I don't think you were aware of it. They just said it in your presence.
Well, then I don't know.
So you don't remember it ever happening?
I don't remember it.
Okay, good, because I was concerned when it happened. Because there was one time when Max said something about Abakio dying, and I'm like, ah! But it's all good. He didn't remember it.
I didn't remember it. But what I do have to admit is the video that you made of Polnareff saying I have the high ground, I did see that when you originally posted it. So I knew that that Polnareff was going to come back.
Ah, okay.
So that's probably the biggest spoiler. So I watch your videos.
I thought I told you not to watch that one. Did
I
not?
I don't know. I watched it.
Maybe I just told Mom to tell you not to do it, and then she didn't do that. Because you weren't in the room or something.
Maybe.
Does Blinky's dad want to be a gang star?
It's a gang star.
That's what Giorno says. He wants to be a gang star in the original. They had to change it because I think Gang Star is the name of a rap group, but... Do you want... Let's see. Where does Blinky come from? Oh, that's a... Oh, buckle in. I guess the short version was... it was like, what, 4 or 5 years ago now? I was coming up with my name for a Ace Attorney fan site I was on, and I liked Doctor Who at the time, so I was like, I made my name tag timey-wimey stuff, and I thought, that's long, no one's gonna remember it, so I shortened it down to Blinky, because, like, the episode that Doctor Who line is from is called Blink, and I've just used it ever since. But yeah, anyways, is it true that Blinky's dad loves Polnareff's fabulous hair?
Blinky's dad thinks Polnareff has absurd hair. But Blinky's dad is kind of partial to Abdal's hair. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Can Giorno make pizza from his original stand? I mean, if he grew all the ingredients for it, he could.
Can he transform the ingredients and cook them?
No, he could like make the living things, like make a cow for like the meat and like the.
But then you'd eat it and it would turn into a bullet or something.
But it wouldn't be alive because it wouldn't. Because you'd kill the cow.
Yeah, but you'd turn a bullet into a cow, and then someone would eat the cow.
I think he can.
And then he
choose.
turned the cow
I
back
don't think
into a
it
bullet.
automatically turns back once you die. I don't think that's how that works. Some people keep saying in the chat if we're gonna watch Death Note at some point, and
What
as
is
someone
Death
who's
Note?
as someone who's watched Death Note before, I don't want to. Because Death Note is a great anime for like the first several episodes, but after a while it drove me crazy. But that's mostly because I did not like the main character. And I have a feeling you probably wouldn't like him either.
Well.
So there's that. Maybe we'll watch a few episodes, but like as a one-off. Can you say hello to my friend... Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll try. Yasha Lava. Hi, Yasha Lava. Hello.
Hi, Yasha Lava. You're pretty great.
Pretty great. Someone just said if you want to finish the variant series.
I would love to finish the variant series. The publisher only wanted 2 books, and it was 10 years ago, and there's no demand for finishing the variant series right now. So while I would love to finish it, there is no market for finishing it.
Blinky's dead. What bizarre event in JoJo? What made the least sense to you?
Oh, all of them? Everything with King Crimson made no sense.
Yeah, King Crimson is very notorious. We'll cover that when we do like JoJo meme review videos, but King Crimson is notorious for being an incredibly no one understands what it does stand.
Yeah. King Crimson made no sense. The dude whose stand was a tower.
Superfly?
Superfly. That was super kind of weird.
Great color for gems. Oh, good. Is that a good gold color? Let's see. What else we got in chat? Who's your favorite Breaking Bad character?
Oh, that's easy. Mike the Fixer.
Oh. I don't know who that is, but I'm sure he's great. Blinky, have you seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure but really fast on YouTube? I have. It's what made me watch JoJo in the first place, in fact. Because I saw it before I watched JoJo, and I kind of got hooked, and there was a long wait between the summary for part 2 and part 3, so I just figured I'll watch the show, and I did, and here we are now. Has your dad watched Better Call Saul?
I love Better Call Saul. I haven't watched all the seasons of it because when we moved 3 years ago, we lost network television.
Oh yeah.
And I don't have the right streaming service to get Better Call Saul. It's probably on Hulu, and we don't have Hulu.
I have Hulu.
You have Hulu. I'm gonna watch Better Call Saul on your thing.
Still my Hulu
I
thing.
love Better Call Saul. I think it's terrific. I love Bob Odenkirk. I'm looking forward to Nobody. I think that it looks like it's going to be fabulous.
Alright, we've got one long one up here. What advice would you give to an aspiring writer who has lots of interesting plot ideas but has no idea how to flesh out that story and get the words to paper?
The answer there is to sit down and write a draft that's terrible. And don't be precious with your ideas. Don't say, I'm not good enough to write this story yet. If you have an idea for a story, just start writing it, and more ideas will come and more ideas will come, and maybe that first idea that you have is not going to go anywhere. That's totally fine, because the first thing you write is probably not going to go anywhere. I mean, obviously there's exceptions, like Twilight was the first book that Stephanie Meyer ever wrote, and it made $450 million. But uh, but don't be precious with your ideas. Like, if you like something, try it out, and it might not work, but that's fine. Move on to something else, and keep moving on to something else, and eventually it'll be excellent.
Someone in the chat says today is Koichi's 22nd birthday, and
Happy
is it
22nd
his birthday? Is it his birthday? I didn't even realize that. If it is, that's awesome. Will you watch Evangelion?
I would love to watch Evangelion.
I know very little of Evangelion outside of like what I've heard. I watched a couple episodes on Netflix, but I never watched any further past that. It might be interesting. We still got other stuff to cover, so maybe it will come to that eventually.
I would like to come to it sooner rather than later.
For Blinky's dad, if you have to wear an outfit or hairstyle from Jojo in public for a month, which one would it be?
Oh, Zeppeli?
His big old top hat.
His big old top hat, and
yeah, that's a pretty simple one.
That's a good one. I mean, there's the obvious ones. I mean, Koichi isn't dressed weird.
Koichi's his outfit's a school
uniform, yeah, so he's not dressed weird.
Like, I mean, even if you still wear that, people will probably be like, "Why are you wearing a Japanese school uniform in public?"
Yeah, but at least it's not like Giorno in
that
with weird open top.
With his weird little window right there.
Yeah.
Someone's been asking this for a while. What does Blinky's dad think about Kara stealing identities?
About Kara stealing identities? Well, Kara was a bad guy.
Yeah.
And, so obviously I didn't like him doing it. Yeah, he was bad. Bad news.
Pretty bad guy. What is the best JoJo hairstyle?
Best JoJo hairstyle. I like Abdal's because his is like pokey head bits. Oh, wasn't there a kid with pokey head bits? Oh, what was the name of the kid who had like all of the minions, all of the little... his stand was like a million little things who would go and steal change. Shigechi. He had a good hairstyle.
His hairstyle was just spikes.
He had a spiky head.
Is that your favorite hairstyle?
Yes.
Okay. Have you read Araki's Manga in Theory and Practice book yet?
No, I haven't. It's still on my Kindle, but I would love to do it. I intend to do it.
We probably will have to do it because in the poll, that's the second highest thing that's been voted so far.
Really? I would love to.
Yeah.
That interests me.
Someone asked me what I think of part 8. I like it so far. I mostly have trouble reading it just because I have difficulty keeping up with things that are ongoing rather than like I can just watch it all in one setting. But not like in one setting, but like in a few. It's just, I don't know. I like JoJolion. But yeah, I know kind of what happens in later chapters though, so.
Is Araki still making manga?
Yes. Part 8 is the current one that's out, and there's chapters published every month. The earlier parts used to publish every week, I think, and they came out a lot faster, but these recent ones have come out.
Well, he's got to be getting old.
Yeah, he's in his 60s, though he doesn't look very old.
But he's still in touch with the kids.
still hip. Let's see. What's Blinky's dad's favorite music that was referenced in JoJo?
I don't know. I don't have a good answer to that. I liked a lot of them. Purple Haze.
Purple Haze is pretty good. Someone mentioned earlier in the chat if we're gonna watch Cowboy Bebop, we totally should.
I would love to watch Cowboy Bebop. I've heard good things about Cowboy Bebop for 20 years.
Yeah. I've already seen Cowboy Bebop. It is good, and I am sure you will enjoy it. Oh, hey, it's Snuck. Hi!
It's who?
It's Snuck. It's my friend.
Oh, hi.
And we did a video with him like forever ago that
no
one watched.
That I was on?
Yeah, that was the guessing anime characters. Are we gonna watch Rascal Does Not Dream or Bunny Girl Senpai? I am unfamiliar with either of those. Maybe. I'd have to look them up and see what they are. Is Rohan your dad's least favorite character? Is he?
No. My least favorite character. I don't like Rohan. But do I not like Rohan as much as I not like Narancia? It's hard to say. Do I not like Rohan as much as I don't like Joseph Joestar as a young man in part 2?
Who can say?
Because I don't like Joseph
My favorite
Joestar.
parts of these videos are when you casually insult my favorite characters to my face. What do you think of Okuyasu?
I like Okuyasu. He had a funny X on his face.
Yeah.
I don't have any strong feelings one way or the other on Okuyasu.
Someone says we gotta watch Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I would watch Full Metal Alchemist.
I've only seen the original and the original 2003 version. I haven't caught up with the other stuff. Snuck, why are you calling me a weirdo? Anyways. What else we got? Will you watch Attack on Titan? You've already seen some of Attack on Titan.
I've watched the first season of Attack on Titan. Here's a little trivia for you. In my writer days, I mean, I'm still a writer, but when I was big and popular about 5 years ago, I was asked to write a proposal for an Attack on Titan novel. So I watched the first season of Attack on Titan, and then I wrote up a treatment of what I would do if I was going to write an Attack on Titan novel. And sent it in, and I didn't get the job.
But yeah. So he's already seen some of Attack on Titan. I've watched a bit of it, but it was forever ago, and I don't really remember it, so.
It was also a bit of a bizarre adventure.
It was. What's your guys' favorite fruit? I don't like fruit.
I am partial to peach cobbler. Raw fruit.
Oh, yes. Peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler the fruit. I like apricots. I like plums. Yeah.
Snuck's telling me to watch Isekais. He'll watch it with me. Okay, maybe we'll do that. Blinky's dad, I love your Hobby Terrain channel. Maybe you could do a Jojo book?
A Jojo book?
I don't know what they mean specifically by that, but
Well, thank you for liking the Hobby Terrain channel. Yesterday, my Hobby Terrain channel got 100 views when I posted my video, next to Holly's video that got 6,000 views.
You guys need to watch my dad's channel more.
Yeah,
He makes cool
because
stuff. He puts a lot of time and effort into his videos. The thought of introducing your dad to VTubers is not a question I was expecting.
what is VTubers?
It's like YouTubers that have like a virtual avatar to like, instead of like a face cam, it's like an anime girl that's
Really?
3D and it moves along to their mouth movements and stuff.
That's weird. No, I don't think I want to do that.
Someone asked, how's your day?
Pretty good. Went to church. Woke up stupid early. Couldn't stay asleep, and then got up in my desk chair and sat down, and then I started to fall asleep in my desk chair, and it was just an unpleasant experience.
Someone says they're still waiting for that Whole Horse fan fiction.
Oh, Whole Horse. We hardly knew ye.
But we're still gonna watch Blood Sun Vendetta, the Whole Horse Sun continuation
Oh,
series.
excellent.
I told you about that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We're still gonna watch that. Oh, someone said Jojo. Oh, they meant Jojo Book Nook. They asked if you're gonna make
Oh, a
Jojo.
JoJo book nook. That would be cool. The problem is that JoJo figures, like the toys,
Yeah, they're big.
they're so expensive.
Yeah, they cost like $90 and they're pretty big. I own a couple of them.
So, like, I would love to. I would love to. I think it would be fun, but it would be an investment.
Yeah.
If more people followed me on Patreon, it would be available.
Read out your
Hint, hint,
question.
hint.
I don't know what the chat's going. It's not going super fast, but like I can't. I'm looking down at my drawing. What are your thoughts on the fact that Polnareff had a scene looking up at Dio, Italian for God, and a scene looking down at Diavolo, Italian for devil?
Oh. Was it intentional?
I don't know, but it's cool.
Yeah, good for Polnareff, I guess.
Someone mentioned, does your dad have a 3D printer? Because that might be useful for, instead of having JoJo figurines, just print out JoJo characters, I guess.
I do have a 3D printer, but I have a 3D filament printer because I'm focused on terrain, so I wanted a printer that prints large things. So I don't have a resin printer that is good with figurines. It doesn't have good detail. So when I get a resin printer, then that would be more realistic.
Yes, we are coloring from memory, and he is doing a lot better for me because he's a skilled artist.
Am I a skilled artist? I'm
Yeah.
not coloring. I don't know what. I didn't think they had official colors because they always
don't.
change colors in
They
the
don't.
show.
In the original, it's all black and white, and I think Araki has stated that there's no official color palette for anyone. He just kind of draws them in whatever colors you like. But people like the way you're drawing reverb or echoes over there.
There's reverb.
When's your dad's birthday? Asks Jonathan Joestar. You should know that.
1 week from today. What are you all
April
getting
4th.
me?
It's April 4th. What do you think of Snook v. Ace? Or Snook wants to know what you think of him.
I enjoyed doing the collab with him.
Blinky's dad, if you had a stand, what would the name and ability be? You already said you wanted it to be Velvet Underground.
Velvet
right?
Underground. And its stand, I would want one of the ludicrous, ridiculous stands that just makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know what it would be. I don't know what it would be.
Let's see. Someone says, have you seen any of the maps of Morio maybe making a terrain based on it?
I have. We looked into that for a while. We looked into Morio
we were gonna
terrain, and we were going to do a raffle, and we were going to have people enter and then donate the proceeds to charity.
And it didn't work because interstate raffles are considered gambling.
Yeah. And so it's illegal, and all the software wouldn't let us do it. And without the raffle money, we couldn't afford the JoJo characters. And so it was kind of dead in the water. Maybe in the future.
A lot of people have been asking if we're going to read the manga for future parts. I think we might just watch the anime as they come out. We'll probably watch them subbed because they come out subbed first. But we'll do other stuff in between. What JoJo character would you date?
JoJo character would I date? Koichi's girlfriend had a bit of a temper.
I'm gonna need to borrow one of your oranges.
I know who I would date. Raimi.
Raimi.
I liked Raimi. She was dead. She's too young for me.
But if you were, it was...
But all of the characters are a lot younger than I think they are.
Yeah, and the cool thing about fiction is if there's a character that is, you can just age them up mentally.
Yeah.
What the wonders of your mind and imagination. They can be whatever you want to be. Favorite fight?
Favorite fight?
And after that, someone said saddest death. So if you want to answer those back to back.
Saddest death would probably be Kakyoin. Greatest fight. Okay, stupidest fight, but so iconic of JoJo was the fight with the Pillar Man on the chariot in the arena where it was, oh, but I've tricked you. Oh, no, wait, I've tricked you. Ha ha ha, but I've tricked you and now I've cut your arms off. And he's like, wait, I do better when my arms are cut off. And it was, yeah, that fight sticks in my memory very well.
Okay, can we watch Jujutsu Kaisen or The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime? Like I said, for all these anime recommendations, we've got a lot of space between parts, because we've got the time till part 6 comes out, and then after that we'll have to wait for part 7 and part 8 or whatever, so we've got a lot of other anime we could cover during that time. How would you solve the Suez Canal situation?
Well, I would... Well, what I want to do, and I've wanted to do this for a long time, is get another boat and get it going as fast as it can and just ram it. I don't know if that would work. But maybe it would knock it loose a little bit, and then maybe we'd have two boats sink in the Suez Canal, and that would be bad. But that's my current ideal solution: is get another boat and just ram it really hard. And if that doesn't work, you've got a whole line of boats that are all waiting to go through. Just ram and ram and ram until...
And eventually it'll work.
And eventually things will spill, yeah.
Would you vote for Funny Valentine? I would not.
Funny Valentine.
I told you about it in the Wisdom Teeth video where I said he's the main character, main villain.
Oh yeah, I didn't know his name was Funny Valentine.
Yeah, it's a great name. But I do not like him very much as a politician, so I would not. Also, I'm a woman, and I don't think I would have been able to vote in that time period, so. Have you heard? Yes, I've heard of the Stone Ocean premiere event. Everyone has been talking about it. I already got my tickets. It's gonna start at like 5 in the morning on April 5th for me, so I'm gonna have to wake up early.
And Holly does not wake up early, let me tell you. Holly wakes up.
I can set an alarm.
At the crack of 9:30.
Wake up. Yeah. I'm doing better. I'm waking up at 8 now. Let's see. Favorite JoJo Part 5 minor villain. So, like, minor villain.
Minor villain. Doppio.
Doppio's pretty great. I'm done with my picture of Giorno. We want to put him right
That's
there.
a really good picture of Giorno. I'm done with my picture of Reverb.
Is Koichi gonna stay black and white, or are you gonna color?
I gotta do Koichi.
Of course. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, it's already 4:30, and we haven't even colored in half of these. I spent $8 printing these out at Kinko's. We gotta get our pennies worth. Though granted, like, 3 of these are Giorno and 3 of these are Josuke, because again, I could not find many black and white pictures. Let's see. Oh. Let me read the chat. What do you think? What do I think of the manga? The manga's pretty good. I enjoy it. I'm not a total reading type person, but I enjoy it. I don't know how to keep these on screen.
That's good right there.
I know, but like...
But now you've got a...
Now I've got a problem.
That's an awfully weird picture of Jojo there.
Josuke, it's spines. I've seen weirder official JoJo pictures, so.
Well, I don't doubt that.
What happened to your dad's elbow?
My elbow?
What did
right
he
here.
do?
Still in its brace. Can't bend the elbow. The issue is that I have a pinched nerve in my elbow, in the cubital tunnel, and so if you look at the speed, they did this nerve test where they stick needles in you and give you electric shocks, and it was fabulous. And they tested the speed at which the electricity goes through the nerve on my right arm, and if it's going at 100 miles per hour on my right arm, 100 units per second on my right arm, it's only going at 36 units per second on my left arm, because my left arm is so screwed up and it's making my fingers go numb. And so I have to wear this brace for 3 straight months that keeps my elbow from bending. And if at that time my fingers are still numb, then I have to have surgery. So,
Fun.
It's exciting.
Does your dad play any video games?
I play the Total War series. Right now I'm really into the Warhammer Total War. And they're coming out with a new version, Warhammer Total War 3, that I'm really excited for. But I love all the Total War games. The one that I played the most is Total War Empire. But yeah. And lately I've gotten into a little bit of Ace Attorney.
Yeah, we played the first case a while ago, and we're gonna play the second case soon. But yeah, what do I think of Gappy? I think he's wonderful.
Who?
That's the protagonist of part 6, or his nickname. He has another name, but it's a bit of a spoiler, and most people just call him Gappy.
The protagonist be named Jojo?
Well, Gappy is a different. It's just a nickname like the fandom has given him.
Oh, but he is Jojo?
Yeah, he has a Jojo name, but I won't tell you because spoilers.
Oh.
Will you guys be playing the entire trilogy? I've got the entire trilogy on the PS4. I don't know about anything past that. I'd have to figure out a different, like, recording method. But, yeah. What am I studying in college? I am taking a break from college at the moment because I was studying film, and then my brain decided I didn't want to do that anymore, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
Taken, what do they call it when you take a year off? It's your,
I don't know.
They have an official word for it that is like your something
College
year.
Burned me out, and I need some time off. A gap year, is that what
A
it's
gap
called?
year, a gap year. Yeah, taking a gap year. After which she's going to become a banker.
A Rohan OVA reaction is coming? Yes, that's like the first JoJo thing I think we're gonna do once we come back after April. Because now they're on Netflix and they're dubbed. So that's cool. How does it feel that your second most popular video is a Littlest Pet Shop video from 5 years ago? Well, I mean, I think I kind of already passed through my phase of, oh, it's all cringy and all my old stuff is cringy, and I'm kind of content with it now.
I think it's awesome.
I think my main gripe with that video that I did was mostly just that everything was on the fly, so I didn't have like a script. I just had a list of, I had all the characters in advance, and then like I randomly selected which ones were gonna die in the order that they were, and then I just made it up as I went along. Dad writes books. Is it a hobby, and if so, how do you balance that and work?
Currently I don't balance it. It is technically not a hobby because I get paid for it. I wrote full-time for 5 years. I was published originally in 2004, and then I took off big in 2010, and from 2010 to about 2015 or 2016, I wrote full-time. But now I'm not making that kind of money anymore, and primarily due to mental health reasons. I can't keep up with the schedule of writing that fast. So I still have a toe in the industry, like I'm speaking at a conference coming up. But with my current job, I don't have any brain power to write. So.
What's your least favorite hairstyle in JoJo?
Least favorite. It would probably be, and I hate to say this, but it's curlers here in Giorno. And it's because I imagine him going to bed every night putting curlers in his hair. The little barrettes that Bruno wears are weird enough.
Probably shouldn't say that around Mom. She likes those barrettes.
She does like those barrettes.
Trans rights? Absolutely.
Yes. Trans rights are human rights.
People are saying Foo Fighters is the best. Yes, she is.
I was thinking the band. The Foo Fighters
There's
is
a
pretty
character
great.
named Foo Fighters. and she's the best. She's in part
Foo
6.
Fighters, the band, is pretty great.
What's the absolute worst JoJo character? We already kind of talked about it. With if you had to pick between, if you had a gun, and you had to shoot either Rohan, Joseph, or Narancia.
Well, that's if we're talking good guys. If we're talking bad guys, it would be the annoying kid who has the comic book that tells the future.
Boingo?
Boingo. I hate him.
So he's your least favorite? Is your profile Junpei from Zero Escape? Yes, it is. Which JoJo would you both want to be friends with?
Josuke.
Josuke would be a great friend.
Joseph as grandpa.
Yeah. I'd want to be friends with Giorno. Maybe that's just because he's my favorite. And also because, I don't know, mafia benefits.
All the free booze you want.
Where'd you get those pages? I just printed them out from Google Images. Let's see. What does your dad think about the upcoming fantasy series like Lord of the Rings, Wheel of Time, or The Witcher? I don't know what series you're talking about.
Well, the Lord of the Rings series, I'm very excited for. The Amazon series.
Oh.
The Witcher was... I tried to watch The Witcher, and it was a little too much... Everybody's naked. And that's not my thing. Game of Thrones was good. A little rapey for me. But that's George R. R. Martin for you. And of course it ended terribly.
Serious question I really need to know. I've been asking you for 2 streams. How many breads have you eaten in your life?
How many breads?
I don't know. How many people have you killed? We'll cover that in our JoJo meme review videos that we're going to do. Because people voted on them. It's not the most top voted thing so far that I think people have voted for is a comparison of Japanese and English voice actors for all the parts.
Oh.
And I think that'd be interesting to do.
That would be interesting to do. What does breads have to do with it?
It's a line from part 1 where Zeppeli says something, "You monster, how many people have you killed to heal your wounds?" And then Dio says, like, "I don't know, how many breads have you eaten in your life?" And it's supposed to be like a way of saying, "Oh, I've killed so many people, I've lost count." But it just sounds really awkward and people meme it.
Understandably, it does sound weird.
Blinky's dad, what have you heard of the future parts?
Not much. Holly has been pretty good about spoilers. I know the part that she spoiled for me from when she had her wisdom teeth.
Where I just mentioned that I didn't like the villain.
So I know that the villain is the President of the United States. And so I know that. But other than that, I really don't know that much about the future parts.
Yeah.
She's kept the spoilers pretty hush-hush.
Do I think my dad would like part 6, 7, and 8? I don't know. We're gonna have to see when they come out. Could Dad talk about his writing career for a bit? Also, before that, will we play Danganronpa at some point after Ace Attorney? I don't know. Maybe.
Danganronpa.
It's a similar, like, murder-solving game like Ace Attorney, though it's much more anime. But anyways, someone said if they wanted you to talk about your writing career for a little bit.
Okay, so my writing career started out. Um, uh, I got an idea for a book while I was in college, but I had no interest in writing it. But my brother wanted to be a writer, and he was also in college, and he was studying English and editing, and so I went to him and I said, "Hey, I have this idea for this story. You should write it." And which I've come to learn, when you're a writer, everyone says that to you. Um, they come and say, "I've got the greatest idea for a book,"
And as the daughter of a writer, when people know your dad's a writer, they will tell that to you and tell you to tell it to him.
Yeah. Um, so don't tell that to writers. I've got an idea for a book and you should write it. But anyway, so I wrote a book. My writing group was initially my brother, whose name is Dan Wells, who is a prolific horror and science fiction writer whose book was made into a movie starring Christopher Lloyd called I Am Not a Serial Killer.
Oh, is it? It froze for a second. I don't know if that was just on my end.
Oh.
Okay.
And then also in my writing group at the time was Brandon Sanderson, who some of you may know as being the biggest name in fantasy writing currently. He is currently enormously popular, and he kind of is the one who taught me how to write books. And so I wrote a fantasy novel that was terrible, and then I wrote a book based on when I lived in New Mexico, and that book sold. It was a romantic comedy. It wasn't based on my life. It was based on the little town that I lived in. But that book sold in 2004 and was published. But it was with a small press. And I published 3 books with that small press. And then realized I wasn't going to make any money that way. And I went back to grad school and kind of gave up on writing. And then I graduated from grad school during the Great Recession and couldn't find a job. And so every day I would look for jobs all morning long and apply for jobs. And then in the afternoon I would write books. And that book that I ended up writing was Variant, which launched my national writing career and was a huge success and was published in 15 languages. And since then, I went on to publish. I've published 15 novels. I'm a New York Times bestselling author. My most recent book was co-written with James Patterson. It came out in, I guess, 2019, and I haven't written a book since.
Yeah. Someone complimented your skills at coloring in, which you are very good at.
Well, thank you. I pride myself in my coloring skills.
Blinky's dad, what are your honest opinions of Jojo? Do you just watch because Blinky tells you to, or do you actually like it? Also, will we watch the 1993 OVA? We probably will watch the 1993 OVA, because that got also popular in the polls. We'll probably watch everything that I put in the polls, but yeah, we'll totally watch it.
At first I watched Jojo to humor Holly, but now I totally enjoy it. It's weird. Fun. I think that it's bizarre, obviously, and I like to make fun of it. But I get a kick out of it.
Okay. What are your favorite major and minor villain? You mentioned you liked Bad Company, but you haven't mentioned your favorite major villain.
My favorite major villain is
Oh yeah,
Kira.
you did say Kira. I
Yeah,
remember
Kira.
that. I already mentioned in my thing that I like the villain from part 6 as my favorite. And favorite minor villain? That's a tough one. I like Prosciutto.
Prosciutto? The
And,
guy with the big weird head, like a cucumber?
No, that's Pesci.
Oh, who's Prosciutto?
He's the guy who works with Pesci. He's the skin that ages people. And I like Ghiaccio. I like everyone on the assassination squad. And also, I just like a lot of the part 5 minor villains. As an amateur writer, read fanfiction online. It seems totally impossible that I could do it professionally, but I think I'll split the difference and write a visual novel script. So are you asking for like writing advice or?
Absolutely. I think fan fiction is an excellent way to get into writing regular fiction. I don't think I should even call it regular fiction. I think fan fiction is an excellent way to just get into writing. There's nothing wrong with fan fiction.
I write fan fiction.
Holly writes fan fiction. My first novel was essentially fan fiction of a book that no one's ever read, but the first published novel that I wrote was almost beat for beat the same as this other published writer that I adored. I don't have any problem with fan fiction. I think fan fiction is great.
Yeah. What do you think the most overpowered stand is? There's a lot of overpowered stands. Someone's asking, they're Irish, they just want to see if we have Irish ancestors.
We do not. We have Scottish ancestors. That is why my hair is red. And my luscious beard is red. We have Scottish ancestors and Holly has more Scottish ancestors because there's Scottish ancestors on her mom's side.
So I'm doubly Scottish.
So she's doubly Scottish. So Holly is basically, we're primarily English. We go English way back to we've done a lot of genealogy. We go English way back to 1500s on every line, tons of English. But on my grandpa's side were the Mathesons, who are very Scottish. And on Aaron's side, it's the McNeils, who are very Scottish. And then on the other line that we have that is different is we're Norwegian. So we've got some Norwegian in us.
Which Ace Attorney game have you played that's your favorite? I don't know. There's a lot of things I like. I think if I had to just pick a favorite, I like the first game just because it was designed to be just a standalone game and it works really well as a standalone game and it's just great because I feel like I enjoy pretty much all the cases in those except for case 5, but that's DLC and it doesn't matter. And I don't know, I feel like all the other games have at least one case that I'm kind of about. What's your favorite opening? Well, we were going to do the ranking video with that.
Yeah, we're going to do a ranking video because I'm not positive. I would have to watch them back to back.
Undertale playthrough with Blinky's dad. We could totally do an Undertale playthrough at some point.
What is that?
It's a video game. It would be a lot more action-y, but you said you're better at PC games, and that game's for the PC, so I could just get it on there. It'd be the third copy of Undertale I own, but it's like $15. Have you played Genshin Impact? I have not.
There's Koichi.
There's Koichi. Alright, so we are nearing the hour mark, which is where we initially said we'd be done. Do you guys want us to keep going for a little bit more? Do you want to be done?
Well, I finished Koichi.
There's still more drawings we can do. Alright.
Let's give it a few more minutes.
See, people are saying yes. Let's go maybe half an hour, see how things go. Because here, I've got a picture of the JoJo Part 6 protagonist. And you can color her in however you please.
Really? She's
Yeah.
the protagonist?
Yeah,
Is she a JoJo?
yeah,
Well, good, because we need more female characters.
yeah, and she's one of my favorites, so...
She's not dressed modestly.
Neither was Jorno.
Neither is Jorno, neither is any of them.
They're all dressed weird.
Alright.
So you can color her
What
in.
are these weird shoes?
I don't know. I think part of it might just be cut off because it's an image of a manga panel. So her shoes, there's
that
supposed
could
to be
be.
a tip, but there isn't.
Okay.
Alrighty. I'm gonna play the remastered Ace Attorney Trilogy. Yeah, we're playing the remastered PS4 version. I've never played the original DS versions. I've only ever played the remastered ones. So I don't have any pictures of Dio. We've got Kira and Speedwagon and Jonathan and 2 other pictures of Josuke. Jolene named after the song Jolene, yeah. How are we doing? How are we doing?
I'm doing good.
Are we gonna play Eyes of Heaven? We could totally play Eyes of Heaven at some point. We wouldn't do like a full playthrough because the story mode is full of spoilers for parts we haven't read. But we could just do like free play. We wouldn't be able to play together because it's a fighter game with only 1 player mode because why? But yeah, we could play that. If you could instantly teach yourself 1 language, which would you choose?
Probably Chinese.
That'd be cool. I'm kind of torn between Japanese and German because I learned German a bit in junior high and high school, and it was fun, and I think it would be cool to speak that fluently. But also, Japanese, like, it'd be cool to, like, watch anime and understand all the words without subtitles. That'd be cool to do.
Will you pass me my water?
Is it this cup?
Yep.
Okay. Favorite video game characters?
Mario. Koopa Troopa.
I don't know what my favorite video game character would be. I'd have to, like, look through every single video game I've played. Off the top of my head, video game character I just like that isn't really, like, fleshed out a lot. Agent Spin from Elite Beat Agents. He's got exactly 1 voice soundbite, but he sounds so energetic and so excited to be there, and I love it. People are saying Yakuza, Persona, we could totally play all of those in-between parts. Kingdom Hearts, we own all the Kingdom Hearts games because someone gifted them to us. So we could play all of Kingdom Hearts conceptually.
Isn't Kingdom Hearts like Disney?
Kingdom Hearts is Disney and Final Fantasy, which is like anime sword fighting.
Yeah, I know.
stuff.
I have played Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I've played Final Fantasy back when it was... I played Final Fantasy 3 on the original Nintendo. Back when it was like... super awesome.
You haven't played it now. Who's to say it's not super awesome?
Well, now it's all like fancy.
It's all fancy.
My knowledge of video game culture comes from 1993, from the original Nintendo. Um, and so I know Mega Man, and I know Mario and Luigi, and that's about the extent of it.
You could play Smash Bros. Yeah, we could play Smash Bros. If you could have an infinite amount of anything in the world, what would you pick?
Diet Coke. But if I had infinite money, then I could buy all the Diet Coke that I need.
Yeah. We wouldn't have to worry about, like, financial problems. Has your dad played Zelda before?
I played the original Zelda. The original, back in the day when it was good.
What, Blinky's dad, what have you been listening to lately?
Okay, this may sound weird because here I am, a 43-year-old man, with an arm brace and a family of 3 and happily married. I am 100% a Taylor Swift fan. Her albums that dropped, Evermore and oh, I'm blanking on the name of the other one. Oh, now I feel stupid.
Lover? Was that what it was called? Or
No, Lover was before the quarantine. The two, Folklore. The drop during the quarantine, I am 100% a Swiftie stan, and I wasn't until the quarantine, and I wasn't until those albums, but I've been listening to those pretty much nonstop.
Thoughts on Jimi Hendrix?
I love Jimi Hendrix. Died too soon.
Yeah. I'm not. For me, when I listen to music, I don't tend to listen to one artist. I kind of listen to like 2 or 3 songs from one artist and 2 or 3 songs from another artist, and that's just kind of how I roll. But the songs I've heard from him are very good. What's Blinky's dad's favorite music reference in the entire show?
Oh, wasn't there a Prince reference?
There's been a lot of Prince references, like Josuke's appearance is based on Prince. I'm blanking on them, but I know there's so many.
I know, I remember Prince references, and I would always go with Prince. I love Prince.
Will we save the live stream? I'm pretty sure it'll automatically save. Pretty sure that's automatic. I think you have to choose to delete it. But I'll make sure it isn't. Oh yeah, Gold Experience. People are saying, Jojo Stan, Gold Experience is a Prince reference.
Oh, there we go.
And Prince was the name of one of Avdol's chickens.
Oh yeah, Abdal's chickens.
Would you rather watch all of JoJo again or watch yourself in the entire My Dad Watches JoJo web series from beginning to end?
Is that for me or for you?
I assume it's you.
Probably the Dad Reacts because it's shorter.
Yeah. What are we watching next? I believe we mentioned in our update video, but we're doing half and half every other week is going to be some sort of JoJo reaction video. And then the other weeks are going to be, we're going to start out watching The Promised Neverland. And then we're going to do Ace Attorney. Well, not the anime Ace Attorney, just the game. The anime is kind of The weird thing about the Ace Attorney anime is that it's kind of on pretty much all the cases, except for the case that people consider to be the worst in the series. That one they, like, actually made good. Which is weird. Was Dio a better villain than Diavolo? Who had the better stand? What are your thoughts?
Dio was better than Diavolo. I didn't like Diavolo. But I didn't like Dio. Well, and it depends, because I didn't like Dio in part 1 at all, but I liked him better in part 3, which is weird because I didn't like part 3. But he was a better villain in part 3 than he was in part 1.
Are you going to wait till part 6 is animated or going to read the manga? We're going to wait till it's animated.
But we'll do the subs.
Yeah, we'll do the subs so that we don't have to wait for the dub to come out and all that. Which case in Ace Attorney was considered the worst? Turnabout Big Top. If you know anyone in Ace Attorney, you know that pretty much everyone does not like it very much. But they made it, they fixed it in the anime. So that's something. So a lot of these we've already answered. Did you know the Torture Dance is based on the Prince song P Control? I didn't
Really?
think it. I thought it was... I didn't know that. I thought it was based on Michael Jackson. 'Cause that's what the wiki said. Or at least the dance portion, not the song. Any plans for Purple Haze feedback? We might do that as our every other JoJo week.
What is Purple Haze feedback?
It's a JoJo light novel that's a sort of non-canon continuation story that follows Fugo and him doing stuff. And it's pretty good.
But non-canon?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with non-canon.
Yeah. Have you ever watched One Piece? I have not. And to my knowledge, it is very long. And that intimidates me. What music reference does Blinky and Blinky's dad want to see in this series the most?
I would like to see a stand that its power is an earthquake and it's named Shake It Off.
As for me, I don't know. I have a lot of like fan-made stand ideas, but those are like just fan-made ideas and not stuff I'd want to see in JoJo. Like, if there's one sort of like thing I do think would be cool, is for part 7, the ending. I've mentioned it like a couple times before, but I think Poor Wayfaring Stranger, as covered by Natalie Merchant, would fit very well.
I love Poor Wayfaring Stranger.
Yeah.
I want that to be sung at my funeral. So, Holly, make note of that when I die.
Has Blinky read the manga? Yes, I have. I've read part 6, part 7, and I've read a good chunk of part 8. I'm kind of wavering just because it's difficult to get through because it's unfinished and my brain is unmotivated to read it, but I like it. If you ever watched ReZero? No, I have. No, we have not. Maybe we will. What stand would Blinky's dad find most useful in his everyday life?
Oh, the dude who can cook.
Tonio?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
handy.
Opinion on Smash Bros. Ultimate? I mean, I'm not like a hardcore Smash fan. I just play it occasionally, and I'm not good at it, but I think it's alright. I like it. Blinky, who do I think is better, Koichi or Yasuho?
Who's Yasuho?
She's in part 8.
Oh.
I don't know if I can say too much about her without spoiling. I like them both. Can you get a happy birthday? Yes. Happy birthday to you, Bolt.
Happy birthday, Bolt. You're awesome. 1 year older and 1 year wiser.
When you go through the Ace Attorney, are you going to do 4 cases from the original race, or are we going to play Rise from the Ashes as well? Well, the problem is, people are probably going to want us to play Rise from the Ashes, but I hate Rise from the Ashes. So
we're not going to do something we hate.
It's also the longest case in the entire series, which is part of why I don't like it, but so probably not. I'm sorry.
I agree. We're not going to do something we hate.
And it's not even like, it's like addition. It was basically just DLC for that was added on in later releases of the game. So you don't have to play any of it to know what's gonna happen in later events. Everything still lines up. Would we react to X-Forts or Medi Not the Bad Guys analysis videos? We might. We've got a lot of Jojo stuff we can cover. Who's the best Jobro? And you can't pick Koichi. So who's the best Jobro besides Koichi?
Besides Koichi, with Kakuin.
Oh yeah, Kakuin.
Kakuin.
Kakuin's great.
Yeah.
Blinky, what are some of my fan stands? Oh, I have like ideas. I'd have to sit down and get everything written out to talk about them. I've got fan stands, but I don't know if I could talk about it here because my brain would just break and I wouldn't be able to describe them properly. Will we watch the Inherited Soul event? I know me and my brother are gonna watch it. I don't know if our dad's gonna watch it because it's, I don't know. I don't think we'll record it, but does Blinky's dad practice Jojo poses in front of the mirror like the rest of us do?
No, Blinky's dad does not.
What's your favorite type of cheese?
Oh,
You're a cheese connoisseur.
okay.
You know how to answer that.
My favorite type is a white Stilton with fruit in it. Either an apricot white Stilton or a blueberry white Stilton. That's fabulous. I am a big fan of the blue cheeses. I like Gorgonzola. I love fancy cheeses. When my book hit the New York Times bestseller list, my agent, as a gift, enrolled me in the Cheese of the Month Club. So I got one big block of cheese every month in the mail, and it was fabulous.
Favorite interactions from Eyes of Heaven? Well, I'm the only one who's played it, but I really like the Giorno and Josuke because, like, I think I saw someone compiled all their interactions in a video, and it goes from Giorno steals Josuke's wallet to them realizing they have similar stands and teaming up and becoming like a super duo that can like fight and heal really good. I just think they're great. Oh, will we react to the egg? Well, if we're doing JoJo meme reviews, we're absolutely going to react to the egg.
Yeah, whatever the egg is.
We'll put yours on top because yours looks nicer. I need a drink. Blinky, how you doing? I'm doing great. It's kind of hot in here, but I have a water bottle, so...
Did you guys all get the message that Blinky broke her foot?
Yeah! I don't think it's only if you follow me on Twitter that I mentioned it. But yeah, I have a broken foot. Which is lovely.
So she's on crutches, and everyone has to
is
do
the video
everything for her.
Someone's... Did my...
Did
Oh.
the battery die?
Okay.
You can plug it
There
in
we
right
go. This is low power mode. Hang on. Okay. We're back. We're back. The last thing everyone heard was I broke my foot. Sorry, my phone. We're recording on my phone and it needs to be plugged in now. But there we go. Anyways, yeah, I broke my foot. We don't quite know how it happened. The doctor said it's apparently the place on it is the place it broke is a place that sometimes it doesn't fuse properly when you're growing up. And so like when you're an adult it'll start hurting. So that might be the case. Well, now I'm really regretting printing out so many pictures of Giorno and Josuke because that's all we have left. I mean, not all we have left. We've got Kira and Speedwagon.
You gotta do Speedwagon's hat.
You want me to do Speedwagon?
Yeah.
Alright then. Let's do some Speedwagon. Was it not working again? Why does it... Stop giving me notifications! Sorry, it broke again. We're back. Is it still working? Will you blink? Will you be my girlfriend? That's a strange way to ask anyone out. I think you're wonderful, but I'm not gonna date you. Let's see. What other questions do we got? Did we do Dio yet? We don't have a picture of Dio. I looked for a while. I couldn't find any that I really liked. I detest you, Blinky. Be my rival. Strange way to ask to be rivals. Okay, sure. That doesn't require as high of a commitment as being a girlfriend. Oh, hey, Chase is here. Hi, Chase.
Who's Chase?
He's, I did a JoJo collab video with him.
Hi, Chase.
Is your dad single? No.
No, I am not. I am happily wed for 21 years.
21 years. And counting. What color should Speedwagon's hat be? Does your father know about Trish becoming a pop star? That's technically not canon, but yeah.
Well, we said in the thing that someone was going to join a band.
Yeah, in the JoJo, in the light novel I mentioned earlier, Purple Haze Feedback, she doesn't appear, but like it's briefly mentioned that she became a pop star after the events of Part 5.
Did she and Mista settle down and have a house with a picket fence?
They did not. Ever gonna do a face reveal? Huh? I mean, I've mentioned before, I did a face reveal on one of my earlier videos, but like a bunch of people stopped watching after that. What are you doing?
I'm trying to do a face reveal. There's, if you go to my channel and watch the Bolt Action Battle Report, where Holly plays war games with me, there's lots of face reveals.
Yeah, my face is in that. Blinky, what are your thoughts on Jolene? I have a crush on her, so.
Is that who this is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, she's just a really great character. Which JoJo character would be the best neighbor or the worst?
Polnareff would be the worst. Because he'd always be freaking out about, no, Rohan would be the worst.
Rohan would be like he'd be like the type of get off my lawn guy, but like he's 21.
Yeah.
Which JoJo character would be most likely to subscribe to Robinson Wells' Hobby Terrain?
Bad Company.
So Kaicho? If you could revive one of the characters that died in JoJo, who would it be?
Oh. Zeppeli.
I thought you were going to say Kakyoin.
Kakyoin, yeah. I feel bad that Kakyoin died.
So either Zeppeli or Kakyoin.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'd pick. Probably Kakyoin. Kakyoin.
Would you, or would you pick Bruno?
Kakyoin. I think Kakyoin's I like Kakyoin. Opinions on people watching your stream on their stream? Are you are people... Is someone else streaming and watching our stream?
A reaction video to a reaction video?
That'd be crazy. Forgot to color his hand. Part 4 Kakyoin would have been great. Oh, Chase, are you streaming us? Awesome. Hi, Blinky. Have you read George Joestar? No. I'm afraid of the George Joestar light novel. Because George Joestar light novel is notorious for being somehow more wild and bizarre than JoJo already is. And also all the stands are movie references instead of music references.
Hmm.
Does your dad have any predictions for Jolene? What do you think of her as you're drawing her?
I don't have any predictions for her. I have no idea.
What do you think, like, what type of person do you think she is based off the image?
She looks nice. I imagine that she kicks butt.
Yeah?
She wears platform shoes. But you can't judge any character off of their appearance in the show because they all are super weird appearances.
Yeah?
Except for Koichi, who's normal, except he's short.
I mean, he's great. I mean, technically, Koichi's like 5'2" canonically, So he's not as short as he appears, he just is drawn short. Lonely stand user, I don't know what you mean by will you ever huff and puff and make a sandwich. Will you get a life-size statue of Koichi?
No. And you know why?
Why?
Because I'm not a weirdo.
I mean, he's already got the poster of Koichi.
I do have a poster of Koichi on my wall.
Yeah. Someone's asking if you have any art experience because of how well you're drawing. And I believe you do.
I have extensive art experience, but all weird art experience. I took oil painting classes starting in the 5th grade. And then I went and I worked in a sign shop where I learned screen printing and lettering and lots of technical art stuff. And then I went and worked in a theater and learned painting set design and prop design and a lot of that kind of thing. I also, in high school, worked for a real estate company drawing pictures of houses for real estate advertisements. So I had that going on. So I have lots of art experience. It's just weird art experience.
Is it my thing lagging or is it okay? It's not.
Working again.
Okay, it was just RN. Is everything working for everyone? Okay. I believe. Yes, Chase, we'll probably do a Jojo Tuber Hunger Games reaction video. What are my thoughts on part 6's ending? I can't say, that's a spoiler. Best and worst JoJo parts. Well, we already said our best. What's your least favorite JoJo part? I mean...
Part? You mean as in like series?
Yeah.
Series 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not like the Pillar Men.
You didn't like the Pillar Men?
No.
I don't know. I'd probably say season part 3. But I don't know. I don't particularly hate any of the parts. We heard Coda's official part 5 English covers. I have. Maybe we'll have Dad listen to them at some point. We've got a lot of JoJo stuff to react to. Thoughts on part 3's ending? What are your thoughts on the ending of part 3?
That he suddenly gains the power to travel through time.
To stop time.
To stop time.
It's kind of
weird, but it's Dio and
it's foreshadowed in a way, but like it's kind of a bit vague, so I understand why people don't like it. I don't know. I think the part 3 final fight, even though I don't like part 3 very much, it's my favorite finale in all of JoJo, probably. Alright, now that you're done, we've hit the 5:30 mark. Are we about ready to wrap up?
probably so.
Alright, I'm going to finish just coloring in the diamonds on Speedwagon's hat. And then I think we'll be done. We'll answer maybe a couple more questions. Let's see.
If you were stuck on an island with a JoJo character, who'd you eat first? Well, I wouldn't eat the chef first because I'd want him to cook all the other characters for me.
Let's see. And then one more. Oh, what we said our favorite parts. Dad said part 4. Mine's
4.
part 5. And then I don't want to explain D4C. People are saying best JoJo couple. Best JoJo couple?
Koichi and his girlfriend.
Koichi and Yukiko?
Yeah.
I don't know what my favorite couple would be. Honestly, I'd probably just say Jonathan and Arena because they're the originals. Oh wait, Gappy and Yasuho, yeah. They're great.
Who are they?
They're in part 8.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry you can't donate. I didn't turn on Super Chat. It just never crossed my mind, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you all for watching.
Yeah, thanks for coming. It's been super awesome.
Yeah, so this is the stream end. People are talking about how much you like your art. We could maybe post those on, like, your Twitter if you want to see those.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'll see if I can get the stream to automatically save. I think it'll just automatically do that.
Yeah. So good stuff.
Yeah. This is the end. We're done with questions. We already said worst part. We already said worst part. You said part 2. I said part 3.
Part 2, part 3.
Have a lovely day, you two.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks
You're
for
awesome.
Coming. We'll see you in April. Not April.
Go
May.
watch my videos because
Go
no one does.
watch his videos.
I need people to watch my videos.
Go type Robinson Wells Hobby Terrain in the search bar and click that subscribe button and watch all of his videos.
Yeah. They're not good. I'll warn you. And they have nothing to do with JoJo.
Goodbye, everyone.
Alright, we'll sign off.
Alright. Problem is I did this on my phone. Keep talking while I figure out how to turn it off.
Well, Holly's trying to figure out how to turn it off. You're all terrific, and bye, and maybe we'll stay on stream.
Alright, I think I figured it out. Bye!